are used in digital logic and telecommunication circuits, often for matching logic drivers to transmission lines. Medium-sized power versions are used in power control circuit, such as camera flash controller. Large power versions are used in the electrical power distribution industry to interface low voltage control circuitry to the high voltage gates of power semiconductors. Special high voltage pulse transformers are used to generate high power pulse for radar, particle accelerators, or other high energy pulse power applications. To minimize the distortion of the pulse shape, a pulse transformer needs to have a low value of leakage inductance and distributed capacitance and a high open circuit inductance. In power type pulse transformers, a low coupling capacitance is important to protect the circuitry on the primary side from high power transients created by the load. For the same reason, high insulation resistance and high breakdown voltage are required. A good transient response is necessary to maintain the rectangular pulse shape at the secondary, because a pulse with slow edge would create switching losses in the power semiconductors. To protect the peak pulse voltage and the duration of the pulse, the voltage is often used to characterize pulse transformers. Generally speaking, the larger this product, the larger and more expensive the transformer. In case of power transformers, by definition, we have the duty cycle of less than 0.5. Whatever energy stored in the coil during the pulse must be dumped out before the pulse is fired again. Now, what is the audio frequency transformer? The audio frequency transformer is used at the output stage of audio frequency transformer electronic amplifier for matching the load to the output impedance of the power amplifier stage. Here, the load is fixed, but the frequency is variable over a band like audio 20 Hz to 20 kHz. The response being the ratio, say V2 by V1. A flat frequency response over the frequency band of interest is more desirable. The corresponding phase angle, say angle of V2 with respect to V1, is called the phase response. A small angle is acceptable. But generally, the audio frequency transformer is used in electronic circuits like control, communication, measurement, etc. for stepping up the voltage or impedance matching. They are normally small in size and have iron cores. It is essential that distortion should be as low as possible. Now let me tell about the grounding transformer. A grounding transformer or earthing transformer is a type of auxiliary transformers used in three-phase electric power systems to provide a ground path to either an undergrounded star or a delta-connected system. Grounding transformers are part of an earthing system of the network. They let three-phase delta-connected systems accommodate phase to neutral loads by providing a return path for current to a neutral. Now, basically the grounding transformer, where we can apply the grounding transformer? The grounding transformer is basically typically used to provide a relatively low impedance path to ground, thereby maintaining the system natural at or the near grounding potential. And the second one is limit the magnitude of transient overvoltage when restriking ground faults occur. You can say provided a source of ground fault current during line to ground faults. And the fourth one, permit the connection of phase to neutral loads when desired. Now basically the grounding transformer most commonly incorporate a single winding transformer with a zigzag winding configuration, but may also be created with a star-delta winding transformer. Natural grounding transformers are very common on generators in power plants and wind farms. Natural grounding transformers are sometimes applied on high voltage, basically substation systems, such as 33 kilovolt, where the circuit would otherwise not have a ground. For example, if a system is fed by a delta connected transformer, the grounding point of the transformer may be connected through a resistor to limit the fault current on the system in the event of a line to ground fault. So that's all from the different special transformers. So sometimes the question is asked from these transformers by the university. Thank you. Are used in digital logic and telecommunication circuits, often for matching